All right, everybody. So we are live. This is actually the first live stream for the Hellacious Car channel. I'm no stranger to doing live streams in my profession. I'm a software engineer, so actually I do a lot of live streams. So, you know, kind of excited about all this, to be honest. I want to give people time to still get into the stream. Feel free to put any questions in the chat. I mean, let's just talk. And so the topic though has to do with the look of the 2019 Dodge Hellcat Challenger Redeye. So keep that in mind when you're fielding your questions, but pretty much we can keep that within that scope. Everything will be good. But feel free to jump onto the chat. Like I said, I'm here to answer any questions that you might have. So I'm just going to give about another, I don't know, maybe another minute or so, and then we'll just kind of dive right into this. Hope everybody's having a good evening. Hopefully everybody caught uh, Demonology's live stream that he did not long ago. Of course, he's doing those actually quite often. So if you haven't done so, or if you don't know who Demonology is, check out his channel. Dude, Herman is a super nice guy. I didn't get a chance to make it to the drag race at Ennis, Texas, a weekend or so ago. Feel a little bummed because he was there, and I've always wanted to kind of meet this guy in person just to pick his brain because, aside from being, a Dodge Demon owner, he also shares an abundance of knowledge that he has that I think everybody can benefit from. So if you haven't checked out Herman's channel, go to Demonology, and it will improve your Mopar life. So, yeah. All right. Well, I think that 1 minute time is pretty much gone by. Because today I was kind of doing some research because I thought to myself, you know what, it'd be kind of cool for me to get a Redeye. And if you're not familiar with my channel, I have a 2016 Dodge Hellcat Challenger. Okay, it's red. It has the black hood that came from the factory. I mean, it's a beautiful car. I'm having so much fun with it. But I was thinking about it today. I was like, you know what, it would be kind of cool to get a Redeye. Maybe in Q1 of 2019. And so I started doing some research into it, and well, I went to Dodge's website and I went to go do a price and build, and then I saw this. I mean, if you look at the SRT Hellcat and the SRT Hellcat Redeye, as you will notice, there is not much of any differences in the look. If I'm mistaken, I think one of the only real giveaways is that the Hellcat emblem on the front fenders actually has the eye colored in red, and I think that's one of the main distinctions on the emblems. But I'm a little thrown off by this because with the Dodge Demon, you had a very distinct look. I mean, if that hood on the Demon was a clear giveaway of what trim level that car was. And I think that's important when you're talking about the high-end scale of a particular model trim level, right? Well, with the Hellcat and the Hellcat Redeye, as you will see, they both have the dual kind of nostril hood on it. And to me, it's a little frustrating because if you saw either of these cars going down the road, you would never ever know that one was a Redeye and one was not, unless you had the moment to look for that tiny little distinctive eye on the emblem. And I think that when it comes to having such a amazing car, I think there should be an obvious distinction between trims. It frustrates me when I see these scat packs where they pretty much look like Hellcats. And I just think that if you have a car that's so amazing and is at the highest level of production in terms of just sheer power, these things that can run with some of the top supercars of the world, I think that they need to have their own distinct look. I mean, what do you think? I mean, do you think that if you see two cars like this gray and this blue one on the screen, if you saw them both going down the road, does it mean more to you if you had something that was the dead clear giveaway of which one was the Redeye and which one was not? Now, something I thought about was that part of me wishes that the hood design was somewhat like a Demon, but there was an obvious split in the center to define the two nostrils. So in my head, Waco Sunday Cruz just put into the chat. He says, "Hey bro, what big differences are there between the Demon and the Redeye, in my opinion?" Okay, so now when it comes to the Redeye and when it comes to the Demon, obviously the Demon was just a short-term production run. That car was never meant to be designed in a multi-year period. And if I'm mistaken, it's mainly the supercharger that is essentially the key difference. I want to say, what is it? The Demon had a 3.7, I want to say, supercharger. So I could be wrong on the size, but I mean, where you're talking about maybe, I think what the Demon put out, 850 horsepower, whereas the Redeye is only putting out 797. Now, don't be wrong, if you're running higher octane fuel, I mean, you could probably do just a simple intake upgrade, and then you could probably be running at a Dodge Demon level. But I just think that just a car that's at the highest end of production, the highest trim level that you can buy, I think that when you see that thing coming down the road, you should know with every fiber of your being that that car is that trim. I don't think they should blur the lines. And I get why they may do it. I get that they may do it because it keeps the production costs down. It's probably easier to market. But I just feel that there needs to be more to the body. I mean, the wide body look is beautiful. Now, Alan Samuels has a new wide body Hellcat. It's black and it's beautiful. But my thing is that if it's a Redeye, it's like there needs to be more to it. I think the Redeye honestly should come by default with a front splitter and a rear diffuser and side skirts of some sort. That way the profile of the car is kind of a giveaway if you're not just looking at the hood design. But as you see here on the screen, I mean, you're talking about at minimum we'll say it's $11,000 a difference in the price. Now you're only getting 80 more horsepower, so you're paying a lot of money for that 80 horsepower. So that's one thing to consider. And to be honest, like I said, with a little bit of work, I mean, not much work either, you could have the Hellcat putting out the same output as the Redeye. So to me, I think they're too close in the horsepower range. But then if you look at the Redeye and you look at the Demon, well, they're even closer in horsepower. But the Demon was a limited production thing, whereas the Redeye is going to be a long-term sort of thing. But I really hope that Dodge does something to really make these cars stand out from one another. Because, like, I would hate to have to answer the question, so is it a Redeye or is it not? And we'll be like, well, I mean, it's got the Redeye on the emblem, but that shouldn't, I mean, it's like when you look at a Dodge Viper. If you look at a GTS and then you look at an ACR, there is an abundance of difference with the body design. You cannot, there's no way they compare. And I think Dodge needs to do something at that kind of level for the Redeye. Because if it's going to be, I guess now I guess I don't want to call it the predecessor, but it's replacing the Demon, right? I think they just need to do more to it. And hopefully they'll come out with some lease numbers for the Hellcat Redeye. Because as you see here, the monthly buy for 60 months is $1,200 a month. Now for my Hellcat, I pay $702 a month. So to be honest, I could actually get into a lease on a brand new Hellcat and only go up, barely, $16 in payment. So yeah, so that's mainly what I wanted to do the stream about. It just when I saw it, it just bugged me, and I have a feeling there's plenty of other people who feel the same way. But yeah, but I just man, it's like I really wanted the Redeye, but then the moment I saw it, it looked just like a Hellcat. I'm like, man, why? You know, $11,000 on a car. That's a little bit of a payment change, right? So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to see what the lease options are with the local Dodge dealership. It is a special order car, so I don't know. I'd like to get one priced just to see what it would kind of look like, what it would come out to. But as it stands here, it drives me crazy that these two cars. I don't get me wrong, they're both Hellcats, but they look too much alike. There needs to be more to it. So, but but yeah, if anybody else has any questions or comments, man, feel free to leave them in the chat below. But if not, I'll close out the stream. Hopefully, we'll get some comments, maybe of the people who maybe couldn't attend. Maybe we can get some future comments that'll get left, and then we can maybe tackle them one by one. But if you are not a subscriber to the channel, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, do the notification bell, all that stuff. Because I'm going to be working on getting more content out. This weekend I plan to do a review of a nice, beautiful Corvette owned by a man named David Romero, who is the founder of the Waco Sunday Cruise, which is in the chat right now. So we'll be doing that. I plan on hopefully doing a review of a Super Snake. So, you know, if you got something that is bad to the bone, hellacious, I want to know about it, and I want to come review it. Waco Sunday Cruise put in and said, with 11,000 difference between the Hellcat and the Redeye, could you invest 11,000 into a Hellcat and produce better numbers comparable to a Demon? I believe so. Now that would have to. Now you would be talking about the intake, upper lower pulleys, and drag tires, and I bet you between those that you could run with a Demon. And I think in that situation, it might actually come down to driver. I don't know what the gears are in the Redeye. Let's see here. Do they have things on the gear information? Yeah, I don't know what the gearing is. So it may come down to gearing and the driver talent, or simply just the driver. Because like I said, you throw a good intake on this thing, a better upper lower pulley system, and I think with that alone you could run with a Demon. So now if Demonology was coming on the channel, I think he would probably have more to say, because I sure would like to pick his brain, because you know he's a Demon owner, and I'm actually quite curious as to if he's going to keep the Demon long term, or if he's eventually going to go to a Redeye. So Herman, if you see this video, please, bro, leave a message, a comment, reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you anytime. Like I said, I didn't get to see you at Ennis. I didn't get to make it, but I know the rest of the Waco Sunday Cruise people was able to be there, and you were there as well. So yeah. But with that said, everybody, looks like it's ready to close out the stream. I want to thank everybody for participating. Hopefully this has been somewhat informative. Hopefully we can get some more dialogue out of this as the next few days go by. But feel free to reach out to me, whether it's on Twitter or Instagram. You know, it's at the same username, Hellacious Car. So I'm pretty quick on responding. On Instagram, I'm putting out a few photos a day. So I'm doing everything I can to put out as much content as I can. But until next time, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Have fun. Just have fun with your cars, man. That's what it's all about. So with that said, I'm Jordan signing off. Take care, everybody.